We won't be pursuing a Bitcoin ETF. Just like we don't use gold as an asset class for our clients. So it's not that people can't invest in there. We just look at asset classes for, what belongs in a long-term portfolio, what has intrinsic value, has cash flows to it. And those are the asset classes we steer people towards. And so we don't go towards Bitcoin or gold or any other of those stable assets.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box, provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up. Remember, guys, on the weekend we're the only game in town. And then don't forget, guys, we're running into Dr. Martin Luther King holiday. So the fact is, we will not have the stock market, no bond market. So we know liquidity moves in as like clockwork. I'm not your financial advice, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But if you're a part of my Patreon, make sure you're getting yourself in position. And then, guys, you heard the Vanguard representative speaking about gold and Bitcoin. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do think they do have a mutual fund for precious metals. But we know they're going to play the Hegelian dialectic. We know central banks right now are buying up gold left and right. And we know Bitcoin is for this digital transformation. If you don't understand that the robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take over the economy, you're not going to understand Bitcoin. And that's the reason why the sheep don't understand it, because they don't understand what's coming for them. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. On Friday, we had yield rates falling. Like I stated, yield rates definitely should be rising because the Fed has not cut rates. And then, guys, we have the dollar slightly up on Friday. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. The repo at $603 billion. They meet at the end of the month. And, guys, don't forget, fourth quarter and the beginning of this quarter, the only reason why a lot of tech stocks boom is because the bond market reacted to what Jerome Powell stated. Not what he did, what he stated. And that's how you know this is all manipulation, algorithms. But the Fed has not cut rates yet. And we know because inflation is still sticky, they need that distraction in order to cut the rates. And that's the reason why the drums are getting louder. Like I always tell you, I'm an old man. I've seen this movie too many times, and you don't have to be conscious in order to understand it. Just not distracted on things that don't matter. Right now, we have chaos in the Middle East. We know that's biblical. In the United States, we're having layoff after layoff after layoff. And then globally, guys, we're seeing the fourth industrial revolution transformation happening right in front of our eyes. And remember, during the C word, all these tests were done. So they've already ran the simulation. It's just time to put in the final plan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, Grayscale, Blackrock, Fidelity, all down on Friday. And we definitely see Grayscale getting themselves in position. If Bitcoin take losses, they're not going to be hurt as bad. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Hong Kong Virtual Asset Index removes XRP and replaces it with Solana. And guys, we know Hong Kong is a straw man for China. Anything that's not allowed in China, especially when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto assets, is allowed in Hong Kong. But we know Hong Kong runs China. And the reason why they're doing that, because they want China, the mainland, to stay under control. Remember, America was the experiment. The NWO has already ran the simulation in the West. Now it's time to take this thing global, and they'll have total control. And now with technology, we know blockchain gives them the all-seeing eye, and stable coins and CBDCs, they'll be able to tell you what, when, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And guys, we know this is biblical. But by the time the sheep wake up, the fourth industrial revolution will be here. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have GameStop to shut down NFT marketplace due to regulatory limbo. So guys, that may be a sign that some NFTs are going to be called securities. Don't forget, these small and medium-sized banks have to go away. So of course they're going to use crypto, NFTs, anything to distract the masses, so therefore they don't look at the central bank. Remember, the NWO are the master magicians, but we have thousands of cryptos for a reason. We know 1% of 1% is only going to survive, and we know the NWO picks the winners and losers. Don't forget, the big banks and big corporations have been funding crypto from the beginning. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.